distribution now, then there has to
The staff at Arana Wildlife Park are unsure when these little guys will be available for
they got up. I think your product's an innovative product that's got a lot of...
ANZAC Day 2010 will be remembered not only as the 95th anniversary, it will also be remembered as the day 3 young Air Force crewmen lost their lives in a helicopter crash near Wellington. On a dark day for the Air Force, the Wigram Air Museum commemorated ANZAC Day. Anna Walker was there.
It was perhaps sadly appropriate that they had gathered at one of the country's oldest Air Force bases, there to remember, as others do on ANZAC Day, made even more sombre by the recent events.
I ask you to stand and we will have a minute's silence. So would you please stand silently with me?
Silence at the Wigram Air Force Museum as everybody stood for 1 minute to acknowledge the 3 Air Force helicopter crew who lost their lives just hours before.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the families and friends of those young servicemen. They were flying in an RNZF Iroquois on the way to a dawn flyover in Wellington when we don't know what happened, bad weather hit and the aircraft went down.
But this was an ANZAC service too, as the Salvation Army band got into full swing. The 950 strong crowd sat down to reflect on past sacrifices. World War II veteran Neville Staples served as a bomber and hopes younger generations can learn by coming to these commemorations.
I feel sure, and I'm confident in the young people these days, that they will continue to look after New Zealand as much as we possibly can. And I sincerely hope they never have to see a war.
Hearing from these veterans is important to the generations that are following.
Because people didn't have to do that. Like, they didn't have to fight if they didn't want to, but they did. And it was just, it's kind of cool, really.
And remembering where it all started is important too.
Today is a special day when we remember all those, whether service personnel or civilians, of every nation who suffered or continue to suffer through war.
It was the 9th time the Air Museum has hosted an ANZAC commemoration. The crowd, the biggest yet, exceeding expectations by more than 300. Adam Walker, Metro News.